This year in the United States, a country of 330 million people, 50 kids will be diagnosed with chondrosarcoma. Do the math. Divide 50 by 33. 1 or 2 patients in Israel will be diagnosed with chondrosarcoma. A biopsy was done here. The doctors here, because it's so rare, had trouble interpreting what they were seeing. They sent it to a pathologist at the University of Miami who reviewed it and felt that it was a low to intermediate grade chondrosarcoma. There is no such thing as a low to intermediate grade chondrosarcoma, but that's what they thought. She underwent surgery. The surgery was thought to have removed all of the visible tumor, but to likely have left behind microscopic disease. And so her surgeon recommended that she come to New York to get radiation therapy at the proton beam facility in New Jersey. To his great credit, a statement that I don't often make, but to his great credit, Rabbi Führer advised the family, before you leave for New Jersey, you should tell the doctors to do another MRI, just to see how things look. They did the MRI. It was interpreted by the radiologists here as showing post-operative changes. They came to New Jersey, and she started radiation therapy about 2.5 months after surgery. I got a phone call about 2 weeks into her course of radiation that she seemed to be having new symptoms that the doctors couldn't explain, and would I be able to see her? I did. We reviewed her pathology. It was a high-grade chondrosarcoma, a more aggressive type of cancer. We reviewed her imaging, both the August study that had been done in Israel and an MRI that I got that day, and it showed that the tumor had not been removed in its entirety, that when she left Israel at the end of the summer, there was still a quite significant mass, and that it had been growing despite the 2 weeks of radiation that she had. About 4 weeks later, because she couldn't go for surgery immediately, her skin was so inflamed from the radiation that it would have been unsafe. About 4 weeks later, my colleague Patrick Boland, working in combination with one of our plastic surgeons, performed, if I remember correctly, I think it was an 18-hour surgical procedure. I may be off by a little bit, but not by very much, where he removed the tumor from the pelvis, and a bone was taken out from the lower leg and replaced into the pelvis. This is a process that is done in other parts of the body relatively commonly at our institution, almost never very many other places. It takes roughly a year for the bone that's taken from the leg to become a new pelvic bone, but it becomes a new pelvic bone. And she remains free of any evidence of cancer more than 10 years out from her surgery. It gets better. This is Shachar with my mom in December of 2015 in the lobby of the Inbal Hotel. It gets better. This afternoon, she qualified to represent Israel in the 2024 Paralympics.